Hi, folks. It looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. So if Mark can pop on and join us.
I'm here. Hello.
Hi, all. So welcome to a somewhat technically challenged start to CT Live. So Mark, take us away and thanks for joining us right now.
Hi, Claire. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's hoping that everyone is staying healthy and happy as possible under these strange circumstances. City Theater has been working hard behind the scenes to stay active and creative and to stabilize things so that we can reopen strong in the fall, hopefully, and we'll have more announcements about that coming up. But in the meantime, we've been working to push as much of our creative energy as we possibly can into this online format. And we have multiple events and multiple things to share with our audience. And we're looking forward to that. Of course, right now, there is the ongoing streaming of our production of Cry It Out by Molly Smith Metzler, which is going through April 5th. And so you have a few more days to catch that incredible production. It's a really great way to see the play. There's a live audience there, so you can feel like you're in a live theater event, and the play really comes through strongly. So if you haven't already checked it out, please do so before April 5th, when we have to take it down. Also, we have an interview, a video interview, which we shared a couple of days ago with Tim McGeever and Juliana Avolio, talking about the creative process of Cry It Out, and that video interview is also available until April 5th. We have posted a series of playwriting exercises to keep your creative juices going onto our website and onto our Facebook stream. These exercises are taken from City Theater's Playwrights in the Schools program. They're great creative activities for you or for your kids or for anyone who wants to do what we're trying to do, which is to stay creative, stay energized, and keep the art moving forward. Also, I want to announce that we have the audio version of Perk Up Per Cup by Isaac Gomez, the play that was scheduled to premiere this next week. And so what we were able to do was to capture a studio quality recording of the play, add sound effects so that it reads like an audiobook. It's a really compelling version of the play. In some ways, it works as well as an audiobook experience as it did for a play. We're also going to be moving a lot of our online discussions with our community partners about anti-racism and some of the other themes that occur in the play to the online format. So there's much more to look forward to in the coming weeks. That will be starting on April 7th. And we just posted the City Speaks episode with the last rehearsal of the Perk Up cast, which is a great discussion around what it means to create art in this day and time. So there's so much to see and so much to enjoy. To stay connected with City Theater and our online community. We'll hope you'll join us in as many and as often as with as many of these projects and as often as you can in the upcoming weeks and months. So we want to check in with you. Also, we want to know how you're doing. We want to know how you're feeling. We're interested in your suggestions, your ideas, your reactions, anything that you have to say about the work that we continue to do at City Theater. We realize that, this is an art form that is about gathering together in one place, and that we can't do that now physically in person, but we can gather together here and in these formats and stay connected as a community and continue to provide the artistic creation that City Theater believes in and is part of our mission. So please let us hear from you. If you enjoy this work, if you're interested in more, if you want to hear something or see something or hear from someone in the City Theater family, we'd be happy to arrange that and bring it on. We have guests today to share with you live. We're looking forward to that. And I'm going to turn it over to Claire Drobot, City Theater's Associate Artistic Director, to talk about today's guest.
So hi, Mark. Thanks so much. And apologies again for our slight technical difficulties. I think dramaturgy and new media production in conjunction with our marketing director, Nikki Battistili, have me with a couple of things to learn. So it's great to see everyone virtually. And as Mark said, if you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear from our audience online. One of the things that we heard last week in our first CT Live was an interest in actually getting to hear a little bit of how artists are responding to being in quarantine. You know, how do you make art in a live art form when you can't be in the same room with people? So we've got two announcements on that front. The first is that we're partnering with the Dramatist Guild, working with our regional reps, Maura Harris and TJ Parker Young. We'll actually be doing a call for submissions that'll start next week. We do an annual event that's part of our Momentum Festival called In Their Own Voices. And so we're actually going to move that online this year. And so working with Pittsburgh-based writers, we'll be sharing pieces that center around the theme of community. So keep an eye out for that next week as well. But now we're excited to be joined by the one and only Shua Potter. So we're going to bring Shua on to chat with us. Come on in, Shua.
Hi, Shua.
It's magic.
Hello.
I'm going to put us in gallery view so everyone can see the three of us at once. So welcome. Thanks for joining us on CT Live, Shua.
My pleasure. How you doing? All cooped up in your house?
I feel like we're doing all right. I've got some mood lighting for today since I don't have great sunlight.
Wonderful. And it helps the aromatics in the air. I'm sure it puts you in a good mood.
Exactly. So right now my apartment smells like toasted coconut. So what's to complain about?
Sounds delicious. I'll take 5.
But Shua, thank you so much for joining us. You know, one of the things that we heard from guests was about wanting to know what different artists were doing to respond online. And as a frequent City Theater collaborator, star of the Santaland Diaries and Santa's TED Talk this past December, we were just really excited about the work that you're doing online. You have a number of things that you're working on. So I thought I'd just maybe, you know, Mark and I would just chat with you a little bit to find out. And we'll also take some questions, hopefully, from audience members. But Shua, I was wondering if you could introduce yourself a little bit and talk about all of your work. So in addition to Santaland, all of the many things that you were doing around town before you became sequestered in your apartment.
Yeah. Well, I'm Shua Potter. I'm an actor and a producer and a drag queen living here in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is absolutely gorgeous outside right now. I mean,
it is. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, I'm looking out my window like, yeah, I'm going to go walk many, many feet away from people outside here soon. Yeah, I do a monthly cabaret show normally over at Arcade Comedy Theater, and you can see me officiating weddings all over town and basically doing corporate events and stuff like that as a variety of characters, usually my drag persona, Joie de Vivre. But I can't do any of that right now. All my gigs have been canceled, basically through May for now. So that's a bummer. But we have technology and we have the internet, and for now it's still working. So I've been live streaming shows from my apartment. And last night we did, I think it was our 7th live streamed show in 3 weeks. And it's been a blast. It's been super fun. I'm enjoying kind of having to create in a different capacity, in a different way. And I think the best part of it is that people who aren't living in Pittsburgh get to see my work more than they did before, because it's not a live show in front of 90 people. It's a live show in front of however many people join in. So yeah, I mean, I'm just trying everything I can to keep moving forward and keep creating, because that's the thing that keeps me feeling happy.
Shua, you were the first artist that I know who moved the content online, you know, who was starting to create online in a digital way. You were very, very early, and, you know, like the whole world has shifted so quickly that I don't know that any of us get extra points for being a week or two ahead of most other people. But where did that impulse come from? When did you realize that you had to change your delivery and the way of reaching people?
As soon as my last real live show was canceled, which was just over 3 weeks, or no, it was 3 weeks ago today. I've been in my house for 3 weeks. As soon as it was canceled, I kind of mourned for about 30 minutes. And then I realized I'm going to be here for a while. I saw the writing on the wall in terms of what this virus was going to bring, I think, ahead of a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I knew the day before my show canceled that I was going to have to innovate if I was going to be able to keep creating. And I just, I already have the equipment because I've been trying to kind of get to this place of creating online content, more content for a while, but this forced me to do it. So I just pulled out all the equipment, all of the backdrops, all of the drag, everything that I've been accumulating for years, and said, all right, we're going online, but we're not just doing that. We're going to make something really special and something that does exactly what my live shows do. And that's make people laugh and inspire them and get them to forget about their troubles for just a few minutes. So I always do everything full force. And I was like, I know that this is the only way I'm going to get to create.
It's pretty remarkable that after your 30 minutes of morning, you were able to get online and, within 24 hours and to start broadcasting and then build a following. And you have done that over the last few weeks. It's pretty remarkable.
Well, thank you so much. I'll be honest, last year, my partner passed away. And that was the hardest thing I've ever gone through, of course. And when this kind of all went down, I started to see these parallels of what this feels like, the world in crisis versus me grieving, me in crisis. I started to see the parallels in how I was feeling. And I knew from last year's experience that making art and creating and inspiring people is the thing that saves me and makes me feel happy to be alive. And so for me, this feels like small potatoes. I was like, yeah, I've already gone through the worst thing. This is terrible, but what can I do today to make it awesome, to make it great, and to make other people feel good too? That's just what I want to do.
And so it's more than just putting your show online. You're doing a number of different online events. Could you just detail those and talk about what you're doing?
Yeah, meditation's been a really important thing for me since, for a few years, it's been something that's really helped me. And I'm always encouraging people to try it. And so I've started live streaming meditations on my personal Facebook page in the morning, which has been nice. And other than that, I'm really just trying to connect with people as much as I can and give people a reason to laugh. So all over all my social medias, there's stuff being posted every day, and I'm just in the house creating and having fun, and that's about it.
I feel like two of the things that I've loved seeing, both are you've been doing a cooking show at home, which I feel like all of us suddenly are in this position of, oh, great, I have to cook 3 meals a day or whatever. So can you talk a little bit about, you're also a wonderful chef. So can you talk a little bit about the kind of the cooking elements? And then I don't want to leave off the Corn Queen Cabaret, which also has guests and music and wonderful things.
Yeah, I started a Drag Queen Cooks maybe a month before we went into quarantine because I'm an amateur chef and I was on an episode of Chopped, which I never mention, and I won. And so I was like, I want to make comedy and I want to cook. So I started these fun, silly little Drag Queen Cooks shows. And then when this all happened, I started live streaming a Drag Queen Cooks. So I did like an hour and a half live stream of that, which then morphed into this more variety type show. And now on Thursday nights at 8 and Sundays at noon, I'm doing my variety cabaret show, which is games and guests and cocktails and songs and pre-recorded videos that we're creating through the week. I've already put both of my roommates into drag and filmed those. So yeah, I'm creating all this content and trying to just get it out there. So I guess it's the cooking, it's the cabaret, it's the Do It for Betty drag brunch on Sunday. Yeah, it's fun.
And any guests to look forward to this Sunday?
Actually, yeah, this Sunday I have Jerry Mastriola, who impersonates Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls. Yes, and he's very, very funny. So the brunch is called "Do It for Betty" because we're all social distancing and quarantining to flatten the curve. And for me, it's like all of my grandparents are still alive,
Mhm.
and I think of them often because they all have health problems, and if one of them gets this, there's a good chance that they might not survive. So I came up with "Do It for Betty." Do it for Betty White, do it for all of the fabulous people in our lives who might be vulnerable, more so than us. Because if I get sick, as a young, healthy person, it's going to suck, but that's probably it. But I'm quarantining for Betty, because if she gets sick, that's a real problem.
No, I think that's so beautifully put, and I think being able to take it to this human scale is really important. So we have a question from our audiences who want to know what you'll be cooking next.
Oh, okay. So brunch. I'll be making something at brunch. Maybe pancakes. If we can find buttermilk at the store, I might make some pancakes on Sunday. It's usually just whatever I want to eat.
Oh, that's perfect. So we can request like a quiche for a future brunch, quiche recipes, or anything else our
Absolutely.
audience wants to see you cook.
Yes, please come on my page. All of the videos that I've live streamed are all on my Facebook page, my drag Facebook page. So maybe Nikki can tag Shua Potter. So go look. You can watch all the videos that have already been out, and please send me a message, put it in the comments, request what you want, and I'll make it, honey.
That's perfect.
So Shua, I understand you're also working on a little follow-up to last year's hit of your holiday show. Can you give us a little info, a little peek into what you're working on?
Well, if you saw the show last year, we did the Santa Land Diaries, which was a big success. And before the Santa Land Diaries, the play started, we did a little original one act called Santa's TED Talk, starring me as the beautiful Jewish Mrs. Rachel Claus. And it was super fun. It was like a little cabaret. And so, yeah, I've been working with some fellow creators on, I don't know if I can say names or anything, but Montez Freeland was the other writer. So we've been working on, we've been working on something where Rachel, we learn a little bit more about Rachel and her journey. And there may be, a little foil coming her way. There may be a little tension.
Little drama.
Oh, definitely some drama. Yeah. So yeah, we're working on some really, really fun stuff, and I'm excited to talk more about that at a future date.
It's exciting. Well, we'll have to have you back so you can continue to share more.
Have me back. What else am I doing? I'm sitting in my house.
Well, Shua, thank you so much for joining us. Just for our viewing audience, can you just give a rundown of the next couple of chances they have to see you online before we send you on your merry way?
Yes, so this Sunday at noon is Do It for Betty Drag Brunch, and that is live streamed from my Facebook page, Shua Potter. And I assume Nikki will tag that for you. Thanks, Nikki. And then next Thursday, it's my Schwa's Quarren Queen Cabaret. So every Thursday at 8, every Sunday at noon. And if you like my Schwa Potter Facebook page, I'm posting videos and pictures and all kinds of fun stuff every day. And then if you want to become friends with me on Facebook, Shua Potter, join in my meditations in the morning. Say hello. Tell me what you want me to cook. Yeah, and let's have some fun while we're stuck in our house.
That's beautiful. I know I will certainly be tuning in. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Shua. It's great to see you.
And
you too.
Now we're going to be joined by someone new. So we've been working over the course of this series, the crew at City, to just introduce a little bit of goodness into the world. And so we just want to share a couple of other folks. So I'm going to bring on my partner in crime, Nikki. who's going to join us for a new segment that we have just started. Here we go.
There she is. Hi.
Hi.
So this is Nikki Battistelli. This is our marketing director. So welcome, Nikki, to CT Live.
Thank you. So Claire brought up the idea of ending our segments with this little new segment called Things We Love, which I'm super excited about. I love sharing positive news in the wake of all of this. So this week, our very talented colleague, Ryan Fairby, put out a parody video of Lizzo's Good as Hell, and he created it to be Bored as Hell. And the video has over 70 shots in it, and he wrote it and edited it and filmed it and everything all by himself, and it's hilarious. It is pure magic in 3 minutes. So when we are done, we're gonna post that for you. So if you need a laugh today, I highly suggest that.
Hasn't he also had like a really high, really strong reaction on the social media front?
It has over 15,000 views so far. So I imagine that's only gonna get better as we go here.
I mean, one could say it's the most popular thing that's ever come out of City Theater, right?
So a huge congratulations to Ryan. We want to leave you with that something good. And please let us know in the comments. Oh, it's Shua.
Oops.
He's back.
I walked away.
This is also something good. Now they're
Sorry. I started playing with wigs.
all important. But please let us know in the comments if there's anything good that you've seen lately. And then just a reminder of the ways that you can engage with City this weekend. So you have until Sunday to catch Cry It Out online. You can grab a ticket for that. You can also take a listen to our City Speaks episode where with the cast of Perk Up from our final rehearsal. And then starting Tuesday the 7th, you'll be able to actually stream the audio play of that as well. So I'm going to just sign off and say thank you. We hope you'll join us next week. And Mark, it's good to see you virtually. So I'll go back to my
everyone. It was really fun. It's great to see everyone. Thank you.
All right, bye all.
Bye.